My name is Shaheem Henry Ode, and I'm autistic. Now, what does that mean? Well, autism is basically something you have that kind of makes communicating difficult. There's different other explanations and different other ways you can go around. But it's kind of like social anxiety, and it can also include like as well like not being able to speak. Like that's called non-verbal autism. There are different levels on the spectrum. There's a connotation that like just because you're autistic you're very smart, like you can process everything, and some people can, some people can't. It's not a thing that should be typed in a label, whether it's good or bad. It's not one of the things that you should type in a label. You shouldn't really type anything as, oh well, this means if one person does it everyone must do like that. No, because it's different for everyone. That's very important to understand, and that's what I'm going to explain here. Now, I can only speak on my experiences, but if you're autistic or your siblings are or your children are, please let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to do interviews. I'd love to talk to more of you. I, Autism and I were never introduced. What does that mean? It means I wasn't at a stage in my life I was like told the doctor, hey, you have autism. No, I've been born with it. It's something I've always known. That's why I said we've never been introduced, because there's never been a time I lived without it. And that really has my experience different from other people's experience. Now, through this story, I want to go through key points here. So, first key story, plot points, was like moving schools, and I didn't struggle to make friends in the old school I was in. The new school was very difficult as well. Then going to college, which was difficult as well. Kind of going forward the parts that don't really have that much story in it, really. Then we get to uni, and I found it really difficult because at that stage I was like, well, you have to know everything. You have to know everything. Like asking questions is silly. And that was so silly of me, and that's why I had to do it like first year again, because I was just too deluded and arrogant and confident and everything like that. So that was kind of like where it was like, whoa, let me understand autism more. Let me take it up for myself to do that. And then I did that past my first year, like the second time, and then ended up like really enjoying university and understanding like how much like I need to know about autism. And obviously I'm not blaming autism, that was on me. I was just so unprepared, and just understanding like what I can do to like make sure I make changes so that, because you can't repeat a year 2 times, because you can't do that. So like, and I really had this deep appreciation and connection. Like, it was always something I was aware of, but never was like, wow, like until that point I was like, okay, let me understand this more. It was more of a thing. I was like, someone would recommend books and I'll do that a bit and then go, alright, okay. So yeah, I just really had this appreciation for it, and that's kind of a short story. But if you want to hear more, please let me know.